Hello everybody, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be going over the Mazda Infotainment Center. And now there is two types of infotainment centers. We're going to be going over the one found in the Mazda 3 and the Cx30. This one is not a touchscreen, as opposed to the other type of system found in the CX5 and the CX9. So we will get going. We're going to go through each category here, break it down, and I'll give a brief explanation of each section and how to navigate through it, which is going to be using the commander knob. It's a 3-in-1 twist button, it's a joystick, and it is also a push button. That is how I'm going to be navigating through the system using those three simple motions. Hope you find this video helpful, and let's go ahead and dive in to the information section of the Mazda Infotainment Center. Okay, so the first section in the infotainment system is going to be the information section. So to get into there, we're going to push down on the commander knob, and we have fuel efficiency monitor, Sirius XM travel link, vehicle status monitor, and your owner's manual, which is very cool. Owner's manual is an awesome feature to have, all digital. So let's go ahead and go into the fuel efficiency monitor, and what that's going to do is show you your average fuel mileage. And granted, what's shown on screen here is not accurate due to the fact this car's been idling for quite some time. And to go back to the main screen, all I do is hit the little back arrow button, and it goes right back to one screen before. Now, Sirius XM Travel Link, what that does, gives you travel updates in real time. You can also get weather updates, weather radar, get your local fuel prices, even sports scores and weather alerts as well. You can find all of that in your Sirius XM Travel Link, which is going to be valid and active for 3 years. And then you also have things like parking information and your subscription status as well. So yeah, pretty cool. Sirius XM is included with a 3-year trial for the travel link at no extra cost to you, and then you get 3 months for the XM radio. Your vehicle status monitor is pretty cool. It's going to show you when your next service is due. It's also going to show you some of your maintenance details, and what you'll find in there is your PSI, which is very helpful. So if you ever have a flat, it's going to come up on the screen and show you exactly which tire it is and how much PSI that it currently has. And then you can go into your vehicle maintenance setting, and you can manually have your service date set, or you can have it automatic. It tends to be a little easier going the automatic route. And then of course you have your owner's manual that you can get into, and you can get all the information you're going to need about your car. You can even search for interior features, which is really cool. And in the interior feature search, it actually breaks it down by category. So if we go in here real quick, if you notice, I'm going to wheel down here, and it's going to highlight each area that is in question. So sun visor area, overhead console area, rear view mirror area, you can see it's highlighted right there. Pretty awesome. So whichever area of the car you need to get more information about, the digital owner's manual will help you find that and break it down by category. Going now into the entertainment section of the Mazda Infotainment Center, we're going to first see a blank screen, and you see the little menu icon there. Simply push down on the big commander knob to get into the menu. And you'll have your source list, which is going to have your FM, AM, Sirius XM, Pandora, Bluetooth. All of these options are going to be available in the source list. So this is where you'll go to change the sources. And if you want to turn the radio off altogether, just go to the audio off button. Let's go ahead and go into FM for now. So as you can see, we're on 106.1 KISS right now. And again, if you wanted to change the channel, you simply press down on the big commander knob, hit the menu button. And this is your volume knob, by the way. It's a small knob right next to the big one. So we're going to press down on the big commander knob, and we're going to wheel down to favorites. Actually, let's pick a station first. So we're going to go through the station list here, and we're going to pick a favorite. We're going to favorite it to our favorites list. To do that, all you have to do is hold down this star button right here, found next to the home button and underneath the volume button. Just hold that in for a second. It will add it to the favorites. Next time you want to get to that station, you just press the star button, it'll come right up. And you can see there's a little star next to it. So manual tuning, if you wanted to manually select which station instead of look through the list, you can just wheel the commander knob right here, left and right, and it'll wheel through the different stations. As soon as you find one that you like, let's just go with 97.1 as an example. Same thing applies. We can hit that star button, and it's going to favorite it to our favorites list. Radio text just shows you the station name. And then audio settings, we'll get into that in the settings category of the infotainment center. Next, we're going to go into the communication area of the Mazda Infotainment Center. And this is where you're going to add your phone to Bluetooth, remove a phone from Bluetooth. You'll have your favorite contacts in here. You'll have your text message notifications, call history, roadside assistance, which you will get for 3 years for free with every new Mazda. You'll have your dial pad, and then you'll have your communication settings, which is where you will go to add and remove Bluetooth devices. If you wanted to add a device, you just simply hit Add Device. You'll look into your phone and your Bluetooth menu. The word Mazda will pop up in Available Devices, and you'll just select that and it'll pair up right away. To delete a device, you just go down to Delete Paired Device, select the name of the phone that you'd like to remove, and then it will give you the option to delete it. And that's pretty much it for the communication settings section. So next we're going to jump into the navigation menu, which isn't really much of anything without the SD card. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so the navigation menu is virtually useless unless you have an SD card. If you do not have an SD card, you're just going to get your compass and your latitude and longitude. So last but not least, we're going to jump into the settings area of the infotainment center. The first subcategory is the in-vehicle displays, and what this is going to be is your active driving display. That's the speed limit that's projected on the road in front of the driver. You can adjust the height, the brightness, and the tilt of it, and to adjust it, you'll just push down on the area that you want to change, like the height. You'll select it by pushing down, and then wheel the big knob left or right to adjust it. And then you can also restore to factory settings if you ever need to. You can also adjust your center display, which is going to be the screen found directly behind the steering wheel. Day-night mode will automatically determine if it needs to be dimmed or if it needs to be lit up. Show drive results at ignition off will let you know your fuel mileage and average speed driven after every trip. And then your ambient display, you can either turn that off or you can have it displaying your clock. And then in the instrument cluster display, you can display two types of fuel efficiency. There's going to be a metered type, which will have a pink arrow that displays your average fuel mileage, or you'll have type 2, which is this one, the little dashed line, which changes every few seconds when you're driving. I use type 1, but some people like type 2. I would try them both out and see which one you like best. Now let's go ahead and look into the sound settings. Okay, so in the sound settings, you can adjust a few things. You can adjust the bass and the treble. If you have the Bose audio system equipped in the car, you can change the listening position from all seats to driver seats. And actually, I'm sorry, you can do that without Bose as well. That's going to be with all sound systems. You can do either all seats or driver seats. You got the fader in both Bose or non-Bose systems. Same for the balancer. The next few settings are only going to be available with the Bose stereo system equipped. You can change it from linear to static. That's going to be surround sound versus no surround sound. Not much of a difference, honestly, in the Mazda 3. Either setting you choose, it sounds almost the same, so not much there. You can adjust the center point surround sound levels. I like to put it on the full blast because, you got the Bose audio system. You might want to get the most out of it. And the audio pilot changes the volume depending on how fast you're going. And then, of course, you can change your notification volume. Okay, so in the safety settings, in the driver assistance system subcategory, This is going to be where you'll find your radar cruise control. If you're a fan of regular cruise control, maybe you don't like radar, you can turn it off. Audible cruise confirmation creates audible tones when you're using cruise, kind of annoying. Driver attention alert, if you take your hands off the wheel for too long, it'll let you know. Rear cross traffic alert, you can turn that off, not sure why you would want to. That alerts you if anyone's behind the car when you're trying to back up. Lane departure warning system can also be turned off. Will correct your steering every time you come outside of your lane. You can also change the type of alert to an audible alert or a vibration, or both an audible alert and a vibration. You can also change up your blind spot monitoring. If you don't want the audible tone, you can just switch it to a visual tone, meaning just your visual and your side mirrors. You can also change the timing. So if you want your range of blind spot to be greater, I would go late. If you want it to be shorter, early, or just the default normal. So the active safety subcategory is where you can go to turn off and on the lane keep assist system. Collision avoidance is your smart city brake support and smart brake support. That is where you can go and adjust the timing of which your automatic collision avoidance will go off. So if the car detects that you're coming up on somebody too fast, it's going to automatically brake to prevent a collision. And then you also have pedal misuse alert. Don't put both feet on both pedals at the same time. Do not recommend that. Let's take a look at the vehicle settings subcategory, and in here you can adjust the door locks. So automatic door locks, when you go into here, you can adjust it to where while driving, the doors are going to automatically lock. You can change it from that to while driving, they will lock. While as soon as you turn the car off, they'll unlock. You can also change it to if you're in gear, it's going to have the doors locked for you, or you can have them in gear, it will lock, and as soon as you put it in park, it will unlock. So a lot of different methods of door unlocks that you can go and choose, or you can turn it off altogether. You can also adjust your automatic relock wait time. So if you unlock your car, this is the amount of time it's going to take for the car to automatically relock itself. You got between 30, 60, and 90 seconds. The keyless auto lock is pretty cool. So as soon as the key fob becomes out of range of the car, it's going to automatically lock for you. And then you can get a beep that you can adjust the volume of that as well to let you know that it did auto lock. You can also adjust your keyless unlock mode. Once unlocks the driver's door, twice unlocks all doors. You can adjust it to where once unlocks all doors. You can also adjust your exterior lighting. So you can adjust your headlight sensitivity. Not sure how much difference each one of these makes, but medium is the default. You can also adjust your automatic headlight timeout. So when you get out of your car at night, this is how long it's going to take for the headlights to shut back off. 30 seconds seems like plenty of time to me, but you can adjust it if needed. The next settings is off and on settings. You can turn your high beam control system off here, your adaptive front lighting system off here, which pivots the headlights 15 degrees when you're turning at night. I'm not sure why you'd want to turn any of this stuff off, but Mazda gives you the capability of doing so. The coming home light is pretty cool. So whenever you're coming home, if you have a long walk to your driveway, it just shines you a path to your house that can be adjusted to 30, 60, 90, or 120 seconds. Leaving home light is the same thing, except in reverse. So if you have a long walk to your car in the morning, if you hit the key fob and unlock your car, it's going to shine the headlights to let you get to see your path. You can also adjust the amount of time that the car interior lights will stay on every time you get into the car. You can also turn off and on your rain sensing wipers. You can adjust the volume levels of your turn signals. And you can also turn off and on the 3 flash turn signal, which what that is if you just barely tap, if you just barely tap down or up, it's just gonna blink 3 times, just for a quick lane change. So try to do that one more time. So barely touch it, 1, 2, 3, and it turns itself off. Pretty cool feature. You can turn it off and on in this section here. You can also adjust the turn signals and the rear window defogger. You can go into here, and if you don't want it to automatically shut off, you can change it to where it will not. It'll be continuous. I'm not sure why you'd want to do that, but it is an option. You can also link your seat and your climate control temperatures. So if the car feels like it's too cold outside, it's going to automatically kick on your heated seats for you. I've not tried this one out yet. Winter's coming up, so I will keep y'all posted on that one. You can also adjust the amount of time that it will take the gas tank to lock itself after you turn the car off and you lock the car doors. So in the connectivity settings category, this is where you can go to adjust your Bluetooth settings. You can go into here it's just another way of pairing a device. Almost the same as the communications section of this video. Just go in here, look at what devices are paired to the car, remove any unwanted devices, pair any devices that you want to add. You can also go into your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto settings to see which phones are connected, and you can remove and adjust phones as needed. So for example, I just went ahead and deleted Zachary's phone out of here. I'm sure he does not want his phone left in our car. You also have your Wi-Fi hotspot settings as well. So I just turned mine on, and you can go in here and adjust your SSID, Wi-Fi password. You can hide your access point name. You can change the security type, all of that fun stuff. You can also manually change the channel if you wanted to as well. So yeah, pretty much the same as the communication part of this video. Only addition is the Wi-Fi hotspot settings that you can add. And last but not least, we have the system category, and in here is where you'll change your clock settings, GPS synchronization, just helps it sync to satellite. You can have your 24-hour clock, so you got military time. You can adjust the daylight savings time if needed or applicable, and then you can also adjust the time zone of which you need to, that you're currently living in. Here's where you go in to change the voice recognition settings. Barge in will interrupt your music and whatnot to hear directions. You can turn that off and on if you need to. Then you have a user's guide as well. Here you can change the language, select whichever language you want, has every language available. Temperature can be adjusted from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Distance and speed can be changed from miles to kilometers. Pressure can be changed from a few different units. You got PSI, and there's a few other ones you can choose from. I'm not sure what this area of this system is for. I need to look into this a little bit more so I can get back to you on that. Then you have your software update, system information, or you can restore all factory settings across all categories. So yeah, that pretty much does it for the tutorial on the infotainment center. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If there's anything that I didn't touch on that maybe you would like more information on, please let me know. You can also restart the system, just as an extra little tip here, by holding down the volume button, nav button, and volume button, entertainment menu, and then the nav button. In that order, if you hold those three buttons down, it restarts the system. Thanks for watching, guys.